G'day, this is Peter, back with another episode of the Property Club. Today, I'm looking at foreclosed condominiums for sale in Metro Manila. So I've spent several hours today. I spent my whole day trawling through the internet so you don't have to. I've priced them accordingly from cheapest, most affordable to most expensive. And today we're looking at condos in the Metro Manila area from only 1 million peso. Believe it or not, yes, you can buy condos for only 1 million peso in Manila. So let's get started and have a look. Okay, so the first unit today is located in Alabang. So Alabang is a famous BPO area. It is a nicer new city. This is quite a modern development, believe it or not. It's priced from only 1.38 million. You can see it is a repossession, and it's in the Studio One condominium building in Alabang. So it's in a central area. This is what the condo looks like. That's the floor plan of the condo. Only a small little bed sitter. And that's the area where it's located in. So really good area. It's only a very small condo, probably one of the smallest condos I've featured on the channel. It's only 13 square meters, believe it or not. Would I pay 1.38 million? Surely not. What I'd be offering for this little gem is probably around about 900,000 peso. So around about 900,000 peso divided by 13 square meters means you would pay 69,000 peso per square meter. Okay, this next one is in Parañaque. It's in Don Bosco, Parañaque. Unfortunately, a lot of the repossessions, I tried to find the better listings that have some pictures, but most listings for mortgagee and possession foreclosed properties don't feature pictures. This one does. It is 1.52 million peso and it's a modest 24 square meters. This is what the building looks like. And this is the unit itself. So it's unit number A110, and it's the Chateau Elise condominium in Better Living, Parañaque. So Better Living is a popular little complex there in Parañaque, and it's not too far from the Manila Bay Area. Okay, so that's the unit. Not a bad little unit for 1.5. What would I offer for this one? Let me just have a quick look. I'd probably offer around about, let's say 1.1 million peso. The maximum I'd go to on this one is about, I'm going to be a little bit more generous. I'm going to say 1.2. So let's say if you pick this up for 1.2 million peso, let's say 1.2, 24 square meters, you would be looking at 50,000 peso per square meter, which honestly for this area I think is fair. Okay, next one is in Pasig City. It is a decent size. It's 40.43 square meters. I actually found this one on Facebook, believe it or not. I didn't find it anywhere else. And it's a 2-bedroom unit in Pasig City, which is close by to Eastwood, and also Ortigas. So Ortigas is also known as another big business district, a BPO hub, you could call it, and it's priced at 1.75 for this 2-beddy. Let's have a quick look at the pictures. So a nice big kitchen there, nice modern looking kitchen. It looks like it has been redone recently, so nice and clean looking pictures and a clean unit. And not a bad little unit actually, this one. Looks like a low-rise condominium, and it's been renovated by the looks. Not bad at all. So what would I pay for this? I'd probably put in an offer around about 1.25 million and maybe work my way up to 1.35 depending on how nice it was and the local area. Let's just say 1.3 million for this one. At 1.3 million divided by 1.3 million divided by 40.4 square meters. 1.3 That's better. Okay, it actually works out extremely affordable. This is an extremely affordable local condominium, and it would only be 32,000 peso. So you might pay up to, say, 34,000 peso. Anything under, say, 34, 35,000 is still good buying. I think at 32, you'd be doing really, really well. Okay, so the next one, it says it's in New Manila, which is Quezon City. So Quezon City, this is the Avida Towers, which is the Avida group, which is part of the Ayala group. So a good condominium developer, definitely a decent developer. It's priced at 1.89 million for this studio unit. I'd probably pay maybe a maximum of 1.35 for something like this. It's only small, 21 square meters, only a small little unit, and it is a studio. So yeah, I'm going to say 1.35. So at 1.35 million would probably be my offer for this one. Divided by 21 square meters, you're looking at 64,000 peso per square meter. Okay, so the next one, another property in Quezon City. We're focusing on Metro Manila, and I've tried to find the best buys, the most affordable buys when it comes to foreclosures in the Metro Manila area. This is on the corner of Timog Ave in Quezon City, and it's the Symphony Towers. Not a bad looking tower, it's quite modern. It's only been built, I think, in the last few years, actually, so this is surprising that it's a foreclosure. It is 21 square meters, and let's have a look at the pictures. Nice big pool and facilities. And you've got a gym also. It doesn't actually show you pictures of the inside. And at 21 square meters, I'd probably go as high as maybe 1.4 on this one. Let's say 1.44 million. 1.44 million divided by 21 square meters, you're looking at 68,000 peso per square meter. All right, so this next one is in Manila. It's actually in the Manila Bay Area, which is quite a popular area, especially for expats in Ermita. It is located in the Ermita area. You can see that it's the Manila Executive Regency building in Ermita. So it's priced at 2 million. It does look like an older style building and is 21 square meters. So what would I pay for this particular condo? I'd probably be willing to pay, just having a look at the pictures, it doesn't show you a lot, just shows you a small little kitchen. It is a very small unit. I would really want to steal this one. I mean, you have to be aggressive on something like this because, you know, what's the shelf life of the building and that sort of thing. I'd probably go as high as, let's say, 1.25 million for this. So at 1.25 million divided by 21 square meters, you're looking at 59,000 peso per square meter. Okay, so the next one, and this could be the deal of the day, and I'll tell you at the end of the video, but this is actually a condominium complex that I'm quite fond in, and I have made offers on these condos before, usually in the high to mid twos, and actually this is a great deal. This is a really good deal. It's in East Bay Residences. For those of you that don't know, East Bay Residences is a part of the Rockwell group, and Rockwell does make a very, very good product. Again, I'd say Rockwell is really, really up there in the top 3 developers. My top 3 developers would be Ayala, so Ayala Premier, you've got Rockwell, and then Shangri-La. Honestly, that's it. They're my favorite developers, and if I can buy from them, I'd prefer buying from them than anyone else because they produce such a good quality product and, you know, really nice units inside. So nice high ceilings, nice and clean. It does have bay windows, and it is a true 1 bedroom. It's on the 17th floor, and this is in the Hudson Place Tower. So this is in the Parañaque area, very close to Alabang. It's 33 square meters. Let's have a look at the other photos. And you see the doors, really nice doors, high ceilings, and really nice facilities in East Bay as well. Nice garden, good for walking. So it's a good little starter home. So if you're looking for an entry-level home and you're in the Alabang area, this is a great buy. It really, really is. There does look like there's some filth there, but you know, you can clean that up quite easily. I like how the kitchen is separated from the living space. And that's it. So that's the view. Not a bad little condo. Doesn't show you the facilities, but I can tell you now, East Bay has some really nice facilities. It's got pool, gym, sauna, everything you could hope for, and it's actually pretty good quality. I have actually stayed there in an Airbnb as well. They have like a kind of boutique, I think they call it market or something like that. Some kind of marketplace downstairs, like a shopping district, which is good too. So everything is in the area. You don't have to walk far. So what would I pay for this one? Well, you know, the price is actually pretty good. So I think it's going to be rough to negotiate too hard on this one. I'd probably go as high as maybe 2.1, possibly 2.2 if I really like the unit on viewing. But let's just be a bit aggressive because it is the pandemic, and let's say 2.1 million. 2.1 million, 33 square meters is 63,000 peso per square meter. Now, in comparison to the other units you saw, this absolutely blows everything else out in the water just because of the quality. It is the Rockwell brand. It's near Parañaque. Tick, tick, tick. I really like this one. Okay, so next one, again in Quezon City. It is in New Manila, they call it now. It's still Quezon City to me. It is a one-bedroom condominium. You can see that there. And it does have photos, thank God. Another repossession priced at 2.65 million. Let's have a quick look. Again, this is in the Avida Towers by Ayala. Again, I do prefer, definitely prefer the Rockwell East Bay residences over this one. It depends what location you prefer. Do you like, the location being Quezon City to the north, or do you like to the south in the Alabang area? I really like that particular area. I know me and Arian have spent some time down there in the past. She likes that area too. So personally, I'd probably be leaning more towards the East Bay residences, but this is still a good little buy. Okay, so that's the unit. So it does have a few pictures, thankfully. And, you know, it's a decent little size at 30 square meters, priced at 2.65. I'd probably pay as much as, let's say, 1.99 million for this one. So 1.99 million divided by 30 square meters, you're looking at 66,000 peso per square meter. Okay, so the next one, this is an interesting little condo, and it does feature a big terrace. You can see this big terrace which spans that living area, so it's quite nice. You've got the door there, and you've got a separate window in the living space. Not a bad little unit at all. Not sure what that is. I think it is maybe a small little kitchenette or something there in the back. It is the Manhattan Parkway Tower 3 in Cubao. So for this one, again, I'd be pretty aggressive. Comparatively speaking, you've got this one at 30 square meters and this one at 26. I'd probably be willing to pay less for this one than this one. But it comes down to, do you like the terrace? Do you like that terrace? So let's be fair and let's put a similar price on this one. I'm going to say around about 1.9 for this particular unit. Let's say at 1.9 million divided by 26 square meters we're looking at is 73,000 peso per square meter. Ultimately, I still like the other two units like Avida and East Bay over this one, but if you're looking for a terrace, this could be for you. Okay, so here we go. Here's another condominium in East Bay Residences. Actually, I'm a little taken back. I'm a little shocked to see that there were quite a few foreclosures in East Bay Residences because it is a really nice complex, and it's sad to see that people are letting these go, to be frank. And again, you can see in this picture how nice the development is. It's got this beautiful, very modern style lagoon pool. It's a really, really nice little area here, very close to Alabang, and the facilities are gorgeous. Like I said, look at that. Great, great little pool. Well, it's not little, it's much bigger than little. Great pool, sauna, spa, you name it, they've got it. And this one is a bit bigger, actually, this foreclosure. It's 38 square meters. So let's have a look at the photos. This is the unit. And let me just see what floor this was. Blurry photos on this one, but you can see it did have pictures of the pool, which was good. So it doesn't actually say. Okay, so it's 38 square meters. What would I pay? I think I said around 2 million for the other ones, or just under. I think I said 2.1. So this one is a bit bigger. I'm going to say 2.25 for this one. So let's say if you offered and scored this one, if you could settle this at 2.25 million, divided by 38 square meters, works out to be around about just under 60,000 peso per square meter. So yeah, not a bad price indeed for this foreclosure. Okay, so the next one is the Azure. The Azure building, it has like this man-made beach with waves. So it is quite a popular development. This is a development by Century City. And actually you can see it does say Paris there, because Paris Hilton was part of actually marketing and selling this particular property. It's got the man-made beach, really nice facilities in Parañaque. So, you know, that's the selling point of this unit, and that's why a lot of people love the Azure. So this is only 26 square meters, so a little bit smaller than East Bay, but still a really good unit. I think what I'd be paying for this particular unit, unfortunately it doesn't have any other photos, I'd be willing to pay around about 2.3 million for this one. So at 2.3 million peso divided by 26 square meters, you're looking at 88,000 peso per square meter. And you can see why, comparatively speaking, East Bay versus the Azure, you're going to get something a bit bigger, and the price per square meter is actually a bit lower. So yeah, personally, still prefer the East Bay. I think East Bay is the deal of the day, but this is still a great little property as well. And if you like that beach vibe and the facilities, this one might be for you. Okay, we're looking at a 2-bedroom. So this is a 2-bedroom unit, this one. And again, in Parañaque, it's Sienna Park, near the airport, not too far from the airport, this one. And also Manila Bay, the casino district, Sienna City, that sort of thing. It's priced at 3.2 million, which is quite reasonable for this 50 square meter condo unit in Parañaque. Actually, it's a really good price, and again, very nice facilities. Unfortunately, it just shows you the front door. It does look like a low-rise condominium, and that's the details there. 2-bedroom and 2-bath, believe it or not. What would I be willing to pay for this one? Actually, I think this one is quite reasonably priced already, so I'm going to be a bit, you know, more fair with this one. I reckon that you'd have to pay around about, let's say 2.7 million pesos. So 2.7 million, I'd probably go that high for this one, you know, just considering it is 50 square meters and 2-bedroom. At 50 square meters, you're looking at a price of 54,000 peso per square meter. So really, really good value. Okay, so this next one is very close to BGC, Fort Bonifacio, believe it or not. It's priced at 4.2 million, and it is a 2-bedroom unit. It is 42 square meters, and actually not a bad price at all. It's in the Ridgewood Tower, very, very close to SM Aura and McKinley Hill. You can actually see one of the buildings in the background, which I believe is that SM Aura. I think they call that SM Aura there. So very, very close to BGC. The downside of this building is it's on the other side of the highway. I think that highway, they call it C5 from memory. It's priced at 4.2 million, which is quite fair for this building, for a 2-beddy, which is 100,000 peso per square meter. What would I be willing to pay? Let me do some math here. I'd probably be willing to pay as high as 2.9 million peso, which is roughly around about 70,000 peso per square meter. Okay, so next one is the Hibiscus Tivoli Garden. Now, Tivoli Garden is on the border of Makati. It's actually on the river, and it's just opposite Makati. So in Makati, you know, it's a really great area. People love Makati, but it commands a premium because it's Makati. Okay, this one, what I like about it is it's on the river. Literally, you walk over the bridge from Mandaluyong. It's on that border. You can see it's on the border of Makati and Mandaluyong. I'm actually just going to have a quick look at the map just to show you that, so you can see that's where the condo is. And if we zoom out a bit, if you walk down here across this bridge just here, and literally this is Makati here. You've got Avenue, you've got Burgos Street there, so it is a very good location. I've got quite a few friends who have bought condos in this particular development, Tivoli Gardens, and quite a good price for this one because it is a 2-bedroom 64.5 square meter unit. Let's do the quick math on this one. What would I be willing to pay? Look, I've seen units like 2-bedroom similar units. Unfortunately, it doesn't show many pictures, but I've seen units go in the mid-3s in this building. So I'm going to put a price of 3.5 million peso on it. And at 3.5 million peso for 64.5 square meters, you're looking at 54,000 peso per square meter. Okay, so the next one, we're looking at another Azure urban residences. So this is a bigger condominium in the Azure, and it does feature a really nice view overlooking the pool and a big balcony. It is also a 2-bedroom, it does say, which surprises me because it's only 44 square meters, and I didn't think they had 44 square meters 2-bedroom cuts in this building. Perhaps they added a wall or something like that, not sure. The other thing too is it does come with parking. So the price is quite reasonable. Let's add up the square meterage. So 43.9 plus 12.5. You're looking at 56.5 square meters all up, including the parking. And it's priced accordingly at 5.49 million. Let's have a look at the photos. So not a bad size inside, and it still does look very modern. I think Azure would only be around about 4 or 5 years old now, so it is quite a modern building. It's not that old, and I do like the fact that this one does feature that big balcony and high ceilings. Look at those high ceilings. Very nice and modern inside, and it looks like it's been well kept. You might even be able to get them to leave the furniture. Like I said, in previous videos, furniture is actually quite expensive nowadays, believe it or not. You might not want that mattress though. Anyway, so look, what would I be willing to pay? I'd probably pay as much as, let's say, 3.9 million, considering there is a car slot. Maybe as much as 4 or low 4s if you really like this particular view and terrace. As an investor, I'm not emotional, so I'm going to say 3.9 and stick to my guns. At 3.9 million, and we're looking at 56.5 square meters, the price would be 69,000 peso per square meter. Okay, so the next one we are looking at today is quite a really nice unit, actually, surprisingly. It doesn't come with parking. It is 40, I believe it's 42. Yes, it is. It's 42.5 square meters without parking, is my understanding. It's 6.1. This is a very modern condominium. It's only been built in the last few years. It's a Mega World development, but look, I usually don't like Mega World. The one development that I do like of Mega World is the Resort World and Newport City. This is in Newport City. It's 150 Newport, which honestly is probably one of the very, very best buildings in the local area. It's good value, very good value for this unit. It's very rare and sad to see that such a newish condo is actually being foreclosed upon. So, what would I pay for this one? I would literally want to pay around about maybe 4.4 million as an absolute max for this one. I think it's worth it considering, it's so modern, it's such a nice building. Actually, I wish they had more photos because honestly, these condos are great. Really, really nice condos. You have a casino right next door. You've got the mall, Resorts World, and you have the Naya 3. So you've got the airport and a skywalk just to cross over. So, if you're the kind of person that's traveling a lot, you want to hop around Asia, this might be the absolute perfect condo for you because it's just fly in, fly out. You might also work in the, travel industry. You might be a pilot or something like this, and this might gravitate to you. So look, at 4.4 million peso for a near new condo in 150 Newport, you're looking at 103,000 peso per square meter, which is really good value because, believe it or not, I'm telling you now, if you go down to the developer today, they are asking for the same development around about close to 200,000 peso per square meter. Last I checked, I think it was around 180, maybe 190,000 peso. No doubt now, with inflation, the developers probably increased the price to around about 200,000 peso per square meter, which means if you were to buy this brand new from the developer, you'd have to pay around about 8.5 million. So, if you could score this at 4.4 million, wow, what a bloody bargain. All right, so drum roll, last unit of the day, and I'm keen to get out. It's a Saturday and have a beer. The last unit of the day is in Makati. So this is the only foreclosure in the video today in Makati that I was able to find. Very few foreclosures in Makati. The ones that I did find were actually quite expensive, believe it or not. This is on the 42nd floor for a 33 square meter unit, and it's priced at 6 million. It is priced way too high, but like I said, this was the cheapest foreclosure that I could find in the Gramercy. So look, what would I pay for this? I'd be willing to pay maybe as much as 4 million. That's all it's worth to me. It might be worth more to you. You might be willing to pay 4.5 million. I'd only be able to pay 4 for this, honestly. There's a lot of condos in this building, being Gramercy and the local area, and I have seen expats dump them for a very, very low price. The wonderful thing about Gramercy, and you saw the building there, it is a really grand building. It's probably one of the best buildings, if not, well, it's probably the second best building in Century City, just behind the Trump Towers. But the feature is this pool, right? So you have this sky pool. I think it's on like level 30 something, and you have this beautiful sky pool. You swim around and you look over Makati City. It also has another pool to the back there, and yeah, really lovely unit. You can see there in the middle of the building there, that's actually where the pool and facilities are. You've got this big void with the pool and everything, and it wraps around here on those levels. It has a gym, sauna, steam room, everything. On the top of the building, it used to be 71 Gram, which is a very famous club and bar, like a sky lounge. But I think it's since closed in the last few years, sadly. But yeah, it was a wonderful place to live. I lived here for probably about 3 or 4 months, just coming back from China when I was working in China. I was staying here with Aryan when we were first dating. So yeah, it's a nice building and I do like this building. So look, let's say you have to pay around about 4.5 million for this one. Like I said, I'd only pay 4, but let's say 4.5. 4.5 million divided by 33.77 square meters. You're looking at 133,000 peso per square meter. Alrighty, so that's it for today. I hope you had a great day. I hope you're having a great weekend. I'm going to go have a beer with my mates. Aaron's not going to be happy with that, but hey, it's Saturday, so it's my day. Have a great day. Double thumbs up and bye for now. Bye-bye.